And we're back. So, in the last episode, we consolidated and took Dura with the king's army. And now we're going to move on Thapsacus. Let's go for it. Yeah, so this shouldn't be a problem. And the king has gained some experience. So what should we do for this army? Inexorable conquerors? No. Grand camp following. That could help money, since this army is pretty expensive. And having more morale is always good. Medium siege engines. We don't need that right now. Let's do the Grand Camp following. And let's do we want Master Tactician or Siegecraft? That'll also help our income situation. So let's do that. So we'll have a cheap, expensive army. And Thapsacus needs some buildings real quick. So let's make it economic. Let's make a let's make a courier post and a pit mine. Of course, if you don't immediately build something in open building slots, then they'll become slums that really hurt your public order and are not good. And then you have to demolish them before you can build anything new. So we have Archa here, who I recruited based on what the mission told us to do. So I think I might give him a couple spearmen, and then I'll send him maybe to the capital and send Cambyses here to Syria to be an extra line of defense. And of course Paradene has their big army here. Though I don't think they're going to try anything right now. Okay. And let's send Orodes back to Ctesiphon to see what's going on. And let's have Ashur-resh-ishi do guerrilla actions. I'm sure the Parthians are not happy about losing a lot of Mesopotamia and Syria. Though they have regained the capital. Well, let's see what happens. Okay. So let's just double check on the north. And yeah, it seems like Pontus is dealing with some rebellions. But other than that, they seem to have their conflict with the northern tribes in hand, which is good. And Kartli is doing well, and Ardahan is just kind of hanging out. And it seems like Paradene is starving, which will help us, and once they weaken a bit more, I'll send Datuvahia to destroy them and retake Media. So Artaxias is pretty much ready. Ready to go on the offensive again. So the Parthians have a decent army. The champions of the fire victory near their capital. Let's deploy Orodes so that we can kind of see what's going on here. Now I think I want to reinforce Artaxias before sending him here, because I don't want it to be like Ecbatana where we defeat the Parthians, but then they come at the king with 2 other armies and overwhelm the smaller force. So we've got Datuvahia's army up there, Cambyses over here. So I think we want Archa to come down to Tikranagerd. And then I'll send Cambyses south. South to garrison maybe Thapsacas or something. Well, let's just add a couple of infantry units, and then I'll send him to join the king here, and then we'll move on Ctesiphon. I'd say that's a pretty good strategy. Then all we have to hope for is that the Romans don't get too jealous of our economic benefits from these Syrian settlements. So Ashuresh Ishi and Orodes have gained traits. So I like Brute because it increases chance of wounding agents in self-defense, which is nice. So it seems like there's a new tribe in the north, the Helicii, who have absorbed the Roxolani and the horde of the steppe pretty much. So hopefully they don't cause too much trouble for Pontus. So the Parthians seem to have a plague going on here by the capital. Not exactly sure what's going on there. Oh, Orodes causes some pretty good benefits if I send him back home. If I can take and hold Ctesiphon, I'm going to send him home. Oh, Paradene has taken Hatra. I think it's time to move. There is no time to lose. We're going to send the king to Dura. Okay. So next turn we're going to attack Hatra. I'm not sure how many, what the Paradene army looks like, but we've got to defeat them. It seems like there's a plague in Hatra. I don't want the king to have any problems, but I also really want to strike back at Paradene for what they did. Yeah, their army there is a bit larger than I'd like before I want to take them on. Yeah, Dura. Thapsacus, I can upgrade the to a tax office there, but I think I'm going to save my money. I'm going to save money because I do want to upgrade Tigranaukerta, the capital. I think that'll really give me an economic boost. Okay, let's see what happens. So let's hope that... Oh, they persuaded my agent of something. But hopefully he didn't betray us or anything. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Agent hindered, but that's okay. Family member is being blackmailed. Don't have the money. Celebration of fire. Of course, Armenia was pretty Zoroastrian, a Zoroastrian country prior to the adoption of Christianity in the 4th century. Though Armenia kind of had a unique pantheon. There really were some, of course, things inherited from Anatolian and Urartian religious traditions that were different from the Zoroastrianism of the Persians and the Parthians and the Sassanids later on. So our Magus has increased in rank due to his unsavory activities. So let's make him a politician. So hopefully once we get other agents, we can move these agents to Armenia so that we can have them increase our wealth passively through passive actions. Oh, the Romans retook Hatra. I guess we're not attacking anymore. The Parthians are no longer there. I think it might be a good time to do something about Ctesiphon. And then we'll bring Cambyses near Hatra to see what's going on there, and then later to come and reinforce the king. Let's do it. And Archa will come to Dikranagerd to garrison the town. And yeah, hopefully we gain enough money to upgrade the capital, because I think that'll really help if we can complete that upgrade. Okay, next turn. Hopefully this gambit pays off. Ah, the Romans are also at Ctesiphon, and they have not reached the city yet. Very good for us, because they'll reinforce us in the battle. And it probably won't even... I mean, if the Parthians don't have any reinforcing armies, there's no point in actually fighting it out. That won't be very exciting. To just overwhelm a weakened garrison. Okay. Time to take it out from under the Romans. Yeah, so the Parthians don't have hardly anything. It's not worth it to actually fight the battle. So let's do it. Oh, how things have changed. Now the Parthian capital is ours. If the Romans hadn't taken it, the loot would probably be a lot, but it isn't that much, so let's just occupy it. So hopefully the Romans go somewhere else, maybe to Susa. The Parthians do have a couple armies headed this way. Oh, Ctesiphon is all slums. That's not good. Let's dismantle them, because it's really bad to have slums. It is not good at all. So we'll do that, and then we'll upgrade the buildings, or build some buildings there. Let's bring Cambyses closer to just reinforce the army. Make sure nothing goes wrong. I think I will definitely be wanting to recruit things. Maybe I'll build an infantry tent in Ctesiphon. Whereas in Armenian they called it Dizbon. Okay, and Paradene is once again starving. So hopefully if their army weakens enough, I'll send Datuvahia to destroy them. Okay, let's see what happens. So Pontus wants us to join them in their war against the Horde, which is way up there, where we can't do anything to each other. And they're going to pay me that small amount, so let's accept. It would be cool to, if I had the money, to send an expedition up there to take Romania, but I don't think that's going to happen. Artaxias is not trustworthy. Oh well. So Ctesiphon seems to be securely ours now. And let's quartermaster, huh? So I believe the quartermaster allows you to recruit siege weapons and really helps with, and also gives you wealth from manufacturing. And siege weapons aren't the most useful, but I mean, once you get catapults, I believe things become a little more useful, since they can really do damage to enemy troops that are on walls. Though, what's the use of that, really? I'm not sure. Let's go for outskirts, a city center, and not enough money for an infantry camp. That's too bad. Well, let's go for we do have cavalry recruitment in Edessa. So let's build a shrine. Since we don't really have enough temples in the empire. And hopefully that'll really improve our public order. Quick-like in Mesopotamia. And Archa is heading to Ctesiphon post-haste to assist the king. And let's actually move Orodes down here to see what's going on in Charakkene. The Parthians are massing here. So, there's still not enough troops for the Parthians to mount a counterattack. So that's good. Unfortunately, Paradene's army has regenerated. Let's see what we can research to help us out here. I'd say we need to upgrade our military a little bit. Weapon proficiency would be good. Our infantry could be a little better. With infantry quarters. And since we are driving east a little bit more soon, it would be cool to be able to recruit elephants. And that ammunition supply chain would increase our ammunition by 25% for all our archers. So let's go for signaling, and then let's see how the war goes. But yeah, it seems like Paradene's army is a little larger than I'd like before I want to attack. Okay. So everything is good for now. Let's end the turn and see what happens, and I think we'll continue next time. Antony's Rome is retreating rather than driving further. That's unfortunate. And with our latest conquests in Syria, we have new borders with Nabatea, the Nabatean Arab kingdom. Join war against Cappadocia. Can you pay me a little bit? Oh, they couldn't pay me. I should have just accepted because it was no big deal. Cappadocia probably would have paid me to make peace. Artaxias. Great deceiver. Well, he's still our king, so have to follow him. Oh, population surplus. That's good. For Dura. Yeah, I'd say let's do it. Since I think Dura is pretty safe at the moment. I'm not too worried about the Parthians attacking from the south, or about Nabatea. Let's do diplomacy with the Nabateans, and then we'll continue next time. So Nabatea. Let's see if we can do some trade. Hey, pretty good. And how about a non-aggression pact? Oh, alright, pretty good. How about a defensive alliance? Okay, that's too much. Military access? Okay, never mind. See ya. Okay, so they're pretty good with us. I like Nabatea. So let's continue next time.